Hello again, welcome back to the channel. Glad you could join me. Hopefully you've been enjoying your chosen reading material. Today I wanted to talk about Flunked by Jen Calonita. I believe that's how you say the name, don't quote me. Flunked is the first book in the Fairy Tale Reform School series. Now, we're immediately introduced to the main character, Jilly Cobbler. Jilly is the daughter of the shoemaker for Cinderella. Now, right off the bat, as you're going into this, first it's called Fairy Tale Reform School, so we know that we're dealing with fairy tales. And when we get into it, we're introduced to which fairy tales that we are dealing with. There's a long list of fairy tales. They live in a world called Enchantasia, so it's where all fairy tales kind of exist and come from. Now, being the daughter of the cobbler, a cobbler is an old word for a shoemaker. Jilly is one of the brood of the old woman who lives in the shoe. If you haven't heard that one, there was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children she didn't know what to do. Jilly starts stealing to help her family. That's kind of what ends up happening here. She gets caught, and her punishment is being sent to this Fairy Tale Reform School. So she's taken away from her family, forced to go to this school where she boards with the other students at the school. The thing is that she's suspicious of the Fairy Tale Reform School right from the start. First off, it's called Fairy Tale Reform School, so they're trying to change the behavior of the students. They're trying to take them from being delinquents and make them into honest citizens. Now, that isn't necessarily a problem, obviously. I mean, you want your citizens to be honest, to contribute to society. You don't want that criminal element in your society. However, the teachers and the administrators that run the school, they are all former villains themselves. The headmistress is Flora, who is the evil queen, who tried to successfully poison Snow White, so there are others, Professor Blackbeard, the Sea Witch, the Big Bad Wolf. They're all professors or teachers or administrators at the school. So right off, you're kind of sitting there going, can we trust these adults to have the best interests of the students? Because they're all former villains themselves. And on top of that, all the classmates. You don't get sent to Fairy Tale Reform School because you were a shining example of virtue in your life. You get sent there because you were on the track to becoming a villain yourself. So can Jilly bond with these people? Can she trust them? Can she make friends and find camaraderie and whatnot at the school? These are all questions that are addressed as you go through the plot. So, of course, this being what it is, she's going to a school. It's not just about her going to school. There is an evil plot that her and her friends uncover, and they move to foil this evil plot as heroes / anti-hero, however you want to look at that. They become involved in trying to save the kingdom of Enchantasia, or the land of Enchantasia, from this evil plot that they uncover as being students at this school. I did like the book. It was one of those ones where I wasn't wholly absorbed, sucked into the story. It was good for what it was. Possibly, this is a book that I read to my kids. I thought that they might like it more than myself, and so I read it. I read it to my kids. So it could be that it wasn't really targeted at my age group. It's more targeted towards young people, but that's not to say that I haven't found kids' books to be entertaining. There's a series by Mo Willems, Elephant and Piggy. They're amazing books. I wish all kids' books were like that. Elephant and Piggy are amazing. Anyway, I'm not saying that you can't find good books in either other genres or in other age groups. I'm just saying that maybe because I was not particularly the target, that it really didn't speak to me, didn't suck me in. I found it okay. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I didn't necessarily look forward to sitting down and reading it every night. It's one of those things where, you get a book, you pick it up, and it's like, ooh, I can't put this down. I got to read it. This one, for me, it wasn't that. It was just okay. That's it for today. Let me know if you've read Flunked and what you thought of it. As always, like, subscribe, share, put the bell on so you get notified when I release new videos. And until next time, enjoy what you're reading.